All right, let's get into the squat. The squat is an incredibly useful exercise, and there are a number of ways that you can perform this exercise and many different variations. So I wanted to just give you a quick tutorial on some of the basics of the squat. You could dive into the squat into so much depth. So we're just gonna keep it really simple today, and I'm gonna show you a couple different options. So we're gonna start with basic body weight squat. Everyone's gonna be a little bit different in where they should set themselves up. So first and foremost, you want to feel really comfortable when you're performing your squat. If you have pain, then probably not doing it right. So feel free to make small adjustments as you go, but generally you're going to have your feet about hip width apart. Your toes are going to be pointing forward, maybe slightly out a little bit too, depending on the orientation of your pelvis. So go ahead and just set your feet up like this. The first part of a squat is to actually pull the hips back. So I'll turn to the side so you can see like this. We're gonna keep the spine neutral, and you're gonna just pull your hips back as if someone was pulling on your tail. You don't wanna go too far forward in this version. We're gonna just pull the hips back enough so that we can start to bend the knees to descend lower. So I'm just doing a body weight squat for now. So hips back. Now I'm gonna start to bend my knees to go lower. Once you can't go any further, you're gonna drive the soles of your feet into the ground, squeeze your butt at the top. Common mistake that I'll see for a squat is having the knees collapse in like this. So you're gonna pull your hips back again, start to sink into your squat by bending your knees. You can have your arms out if you'd like, and then drive back in. So try your best not to let the knees collapse in. You want your knees to be positioned directly over your ankles here. We can also add a little bit of weight to this. So if you have a single dumbbell, you can hold it just like this. Keep it really close to your chest. So again, hips come back a little bit here. Bend at the knees. Come push into the ground to come back up. Alternatively, you can hold the dumbbell on the side like this, just keeping it close to the torso. Hips back, that's important. Bend the knees to come down and come back up. Another common mistake that I'll see is that people will do a great job hinging from their hips just slightly. They'll come down and bend their knees, and then they'll stop bending their knees, and they continue to move down with their backs here. So try not to do that. Once you've established this part of your hinge, you're gonna keep this orientation of your torso, and the knees are doing the rest of the work on the way down. So if you can't go any further with your knees here, and you feel like you have to compensate by reaching forward, then you've gone too far. So you want to stop before that happens and then come back up. You can also hold two dumbbells. We can hold it up in this front rack position, so just above the shoulders, keeping the elbows close to the body like this. Again, your hips will come back slightly. You're going to descend into your squat, making sure your knees don't collapse together, and then drive the soles of your feet into the ground. This is a very nice version of this because it can lead into things like thrusters or push presses. Alternatively, you can use a kettlebell. So we can hold it like this by the horns, keep it close to the body, just like we did with the dumbbells, come down and back up. You can also try this type of grip here, where you're gonna hold the bell of the kettlebell and just kind of cup it in your palms. Keep that really close to your chest and come down and up. So you just want to make sure that you're protecting your low back here by keeping a little bit of tension in your core. It's very common to see people come up and then not drive their hips forward at the end, but instead peel up using their lower back muscles. So we just want to keep a nice neutral spine and make sure that the hips are doing the work here. You also don't want to go too far forward with your hips like this, so that you put a lot of compression and rest on your lower back here. So when you come back up from your squat, you just want to be nice and stacked, nice and tall. Hopefully that is a helpful, quick tutorial on this. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out.